Elliott and I, we met last D term actually, and we saw a problem on campus with regards to sexual misconduct, and we created Project Ethos.
Okay, this year, my most recent experience has been working with Elliott on something that he and some other students have been calling the WPI Test Kitchen. Basically, what they want to be able to do is create opportunities for students to explore new ideas, small projects, learn new things without taking a full course, connecting with alumni around the WPI campus.
We also worked a lot on risk management. We talked a lot about, parties that are unregistered, parties that are registered, and he kind of came up with a lot of ideas for paving the way for, we want people to have fun. We do want that to happen, but we want them to be safe.
He was kind of the person that inspired me to apply to go to UIFI, which is the Undergraduate Interfraternity Institute. So he went the summer after his freshman year, and he had an amazing experience. So he kind of encouraged me to go, and he didn't really exactly tell me what it was. He kind of just said, like, this is a life-changing experience that will really shape your Greek future and help you as a person as well. So I applied, and it was definitely one of the best experiences I've had with Greek life.
I think Elliott has definitely had a huge impact on campus just, by being that positive image and representation of, the ideal WPI student, someone who loves campus, someone who loves his organization, is always looking forward to, come to WPI and improve the organizations, and just for the sake of helping students and, his alma mater.
Elliott became more than a partner, he became a mentor. Everything that he had said, you could tell just came back to this vision that he had for the campus, for the betterment of everyone at WPI. All these things left behind, you see Elliott's stamp on it. And even if it wasn't for Elliott, I probably wouldn't even be on ISC.
He really strove to push the conversation on a lot of different topics that were really pressing our school and really affecting our Greek life. I think Elliott did a lot to really push the envelope when it came to really talking to each other on a level past the superficial, this is what my house is doing, this is what your house is doing, and really allowed us to kind of connect on a higher level than just as acquaintances who happen to be presidents of houses, and really brought us together and really allowed us to kind of talk about the problems that we were facing and bring about real solutions.
And Elliott has really been one of those people that steps up during the meeting to make sure that everyone is sticking to their goals that they had at UIFI and pushing each other to really improve our community. He's really inspired me to stay on track with my goals, because everyone kind of lose sight of it once in a while, but by him constantly asking what we're doing to improve things, it keeps us on track.
But I've learned a lot from Elliott on how to work with a group, just observing the way he can bring people together and keep them moving forward. And I'd say the inspiration is primarily in leading by listening. I'm very impressed by anyone, in particular Elliott in this situation, who can quite often convince somebody about a good idea or move somebody forward just by helping them explain what they want to do.
So Elliott's inspired me personally a lot as a leader, because I've always wanted to be a leader and someone people look up to. And what Elliott kind of showed me was that you don't have to be stern with people. You don't have to push people in a mean way. Elliott was much more of a, let me work with you, let me work through you, let me help you kind of guy, because he wanted to see things right. And whatever that took, that's what he did. And he inspired me a lot to look at how I try to act as a leader, and looking more at, let me see how people are acting, and let me see if I can help them rather than force them to do things.
Elliott has always had a really strong moral compass.
Elliott really is good at going back to basics, making sure people are really doing what they say they're doing, and he really showcases true dedication to his position. I've never seen someone work so hard and work so long. I don't think he sleeps.
He also has helped myself and one other member in my chapter. We created a program based off of our UIFI experience, and there was a lot of planning that went involved. And Elliott, who isn't in our chapter, so wasn't even benefiting from this, often sat down with us and tried to figure out how we can make these things better.
Elliott as a person, he's just super outgoing. He seems to know everyone on campus. He's the nicest guy in the world. He'll give you the shirt off his back. He's also hugely motivated, like absurdly motivated. When he gets something in his mind that he feels is something that should be done and something that he wants to get done, it's gonna happen. Whether it takes him a month, a year, a week, it's gonna happen, and he's gonna do it the right way. He's not gonna cut corners. He's gonna get there, and he's gonna do things so that they last and they have an impactful meaning.
And we started meeting every Friday morning at 7:30 at a coffee shop near campus. Even when it was 12 degrees below zero, Elliott would show up at 7:25 just to get the group together and talk about what they'd done in the last week, to organize the next meetings. Basically, he's been the energy that's kept the group going forward.
I think one of the values that Elliott displays the best is probably integrity. I think he pretty much represents that value at its finest. He's, a leader that he's always in the position, like, where he's not going to have the popular opinion, but he's very level-headed in the sense that he can take into consideration pros and cons of every situation and evaluate which one's the one that will benefit more to the organization or the students in general, and move forward with that idea and try to inspire others to agree with them and try to move forward with that idea. I think another value that he displays is humility. He never looks for recognition in terms of when he does something right or when he accomplishes something big, for his organizations. He never seeks for recognition. I think that's a great quality of a leader that a lot of students should follow, and I think a lot of students look up to him, and definitely he has inspired them to be more like him, have that integrity, have that humility, and always lead through influence.